I would go to the store, I would buy a pack of pads, I would put ketchup on them and then wrap them up in tissue paper and throw them in the garbage. Like, trust me, I was slick with my shit and I had my shit down packed.
Yo, I've been a bad bitch, Kakiana, and I'm still winning Pakiana.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Let me just first of all say I'm so sorry it took me so long to put this video up. I did a poll on my Instagram and you guys told me that you wanted to hear the story time about when I did two. One was my boyfriend didn't know I was transgender, and the other one was my boyfriend's mother didn't know I was transgender. And originally, my boyfriend didn't know I was transgender. That story won, but I'm not going to tell you guys that story just yet for two reasons. There's a whole lot of factors that play into that I have to sit down and think about, for one. For two, I have to ask him and tell the story time. But the other one is juicy. You guys got y'all cups. I want to fill y'all up. Like, if you got your cup, get it ready because I'm about to fill it up. And this was like, it wasn't too far of a vote. It was like 10 votes off or something like that. And it was a lot of votes from guys and girls. Like, without further ado, here's the story time. My boyfriend's mother didn't know I was trans. When I was 17, I met a guy, and we're gonna call him No Good, because he was no fucking good. I got off one of the online dating sites, like Tags. He came over, we chilled, we vibed, and it ended up like really like progressing into a relationship. So there was an incident where I went to go meet his mother. So, you know, like, I had met mothers before, but like, I don't know, it's always nerve-wracking to go meet somebody's mother and the guy is closeted and his mother doesn't know he likes transgenders. It's always challenging because you just always have that what the fuck factor in the back of your head. Like, what if she spooks me? What if she clocks me? What if she knows I'm transgender? So I remember this day so vividly. I had on an orange sundress and a jean jacket, my signature. Catch the bus over to No Good's mother's house. So we went over there, we caught the bus over there. Good knocks on the door. Tells his mother to open the door. His mother comes downstairs and automatically she's just like, hi, how you doing? And I'm like, hi, how are you? How you doing? I put my hand up for a handshake, you know, give her a little mini hug, like, you know, like that bitch we just met hug, but we're gonna hug it out because of your son type of hug. Like, but she was nice though. She was really nice. I really liked her. So we met. She didn't think anything of me being transgender. She didn't know I was transgender. She didn't have a clue I was transgender. She just knew I was a young girl with her shit together. That's all she knew. So, skipping forward like a couple months, I end up getting locked up in the youth house for something I'll save for another story time in the future. But I end up getting locked up in the youth house. So, when I got out, I really didn't have any place to go that I wanted to be. They put me in a group home, and I had did the whole group home scene before. I wasn't beat to do it, and all I kept thinking of was my boyfriend is out here. No Good is out here, and he's gonna mess around and get some girl pregnant or lose feelings for me. And I was just so young and dumb back then, and I loved guys more than I loved myself back then. So he told me to run away from the group home, and I did. And I actually kind of forgot how I got away from the group home. But let's just say I damn sure ran away from the group home, and I got away all the way from South Jersey to North Jersey. Like, where there's a will, there's a way. With, like, you know, y'all know, like, when you're in love with somebody, you'll do anything for them. So I hauled ass away from that group home. He said, jump. I said, how high? But he's an asshole. So I end up going to stay with him and his mother because he was staying with his mother at the time. And let me just point out the fact that he was 20 years old and I was 17. So when I first met him, I had lied about my age and told him I was 18. And right before I got locked up in the youth house, I told him I was 17. And we kept dealing with each other. And I got locked up because he caught the police on me. But that's another story time. If y'all want to hear that story time, comment in the comments down below. So when I first showed up to his doorstep, me and him had just gotten into an argument because I told him to come meet me at North Penn Station because I wouldn't have any more money to come get to him. Like, they gave us an allowance and I saved up that allowance to run away, but that was after the allowance, that was it. So I went to go meet up with him. I get to Penn Station, and of course he's not there already. Like, he's just not taking me seriously. Like he just wasn't shit. He's an ain't shit nigga. Okay, so I get to North Penn Station, he's not there. So I leave and I go to my friend Asia's house, and I just made myself look real cute, and then I caught the bus. I asked her for some bus money. She gave me some little like barefoot wine. So I went over there tipsy. I caught the bus over into New Jersey to Bloomfield, New Jersey. I caught the bus over there. Yes, I did. And I was feeling myself because of the barefoot. So we had just got into an argument. I said, oh no, we is not about to do this. He is not about to play me out. So I walk up to his house. I knock on the door. So when I knocked on the door, his mother's boyfriend answered the door. Okay, his mother's boyfriend, we're just gonna give him the name Cavity. I know I'm making up some dumbass names, but listen guys, this was a dumbass situation with dumbass people in it. So trust me, it fits. So Cavity Opens the door. He's like, hey. I'm like, hi, I'm here for no good. He's like, yeah, no good sleep. I'm like, well, tell him Tamara's here. I promise you he'll wake up. So he said, okay, give me 1 second. Go say hi to No Good's mother. So I go in the room and I say hi to her. Let's just give her a name too. Her name is gonna be Miss Peaches. So I go say hi to Miss Peaches. And her name's far from this, but that's actually good for the case of the story. So I'm like, hi, Miss Peaches, how you doing? Because I had met her before I went to the U-Pop. So she says hi back to me. It was like real brief. So I went over to his room in the back, and he's in there asleep, knocked out. But when he saw me, like any argument we had before, like he was so like, let me just mention the fact that my ex was bipolar and schizophrenic. So happy to see me. Like he forgot that we were even arguing, like, and we argued like cats and dogs, like where we would be ready to throw fits. Like, long story short, I ended up staying with them because I really didn't have nowhere else to go. I lost my apartment. I'm still 17. I got locked up in the U-House for 3 months, but I'm still 17. And after a while, my god sister, I invite her over one day. She comes over and everything's all good. None of his friends know I'm transgender. I smoke weed with all of his friends. We smoke blunts together. Everything's all Gucci. All of his friends think I'm a girl. His mother thinks I'm a girl. Nobody has any suspicion. So it takes this one motherfucker. Mind you, I'm living up under the mother's house. She doesn't know I'm transgender. Like, and for good reason. Like, consider myself passable. I'm considered passable where I'm from. I would go to the store, I would buy a pack of pads, I would put ketchup on them and then wrap them up in tissue paper and throw them in the garbage. Like, I trust me, I was slick with my shit and I had my shit down packed. Like, my god sister over, a boy from the neighborhood actually went to our high school, because me and my god sister went to high school together. He actually went to our high school. So, when the guy recognized my god sister, everybody had already heard about, who went to our high school, that I had transitioned. I was a girl now. I looked completely different. And me and her, we were like this in high school. Like, when I tell you we were like this, we were like this. Like, we were inseparable. Like, we got kicked out of school together and everything. Like, so when he put two and two together, like, wait, that's the god sister. And this is such and such, who was a gay boy, who disappeared. Oh, okay. So this motherfucker pieces it together and starts whispering in people's ear that I'm transgender. So I guess it got to somebody's mother that I was transgender. Somebody in the neighborhood's mother who lived like directly, okay, because the way his house was set up, when you walk, his house was on the corner. But you would like walk out and there was a corner store across the street. The corner store was an apartment. The mother lived in the apartment. One day, me and No Good were outside arguing, like on the verge of fist fighting. So we're arguing over something dumb. Like, it's always something dumb. But when you're arguing with somebody bipolar, it's always something dumb. So we're arguing and I got fed up and I mushed him. So I mushed him and he started rolling up his headphones from his phone, acting like he was gonna do something to me. All his homies like, yo, No Good on the set. Don't hit her. That's a female. You can't hit no female. So he just keeps saying, they just keep saying that, and I'm steady mushing him. I'm smacking him with my bag because I'm very upset. Like, at this point, I'm very upset with him. I don't even care no more. Like, I'm ready to go berserk on him. I don't even care if I can't beat him. Like, I just don't care. So why all of a sudden somebody yelled out the window in the apartment on top of the corner store when they were saying, No Good, you can't hit a female. That's a female, because there were a whole bunch of guys outside. He's like, ain't that a nigga anyway? She screamed that out the window for everybody to hear. Ain't that a nigga anyway? And everybody was just like, oh, you know how they be. So I'm just so embarrassed. Like, I just pick up my bag and I just leave because I don't know what else to do in that situation. It's just so embarrassing. As I'm going to pick up my bag, somebody's like, bruh, he went inside. Calling me a bruh now when you was just saying I was a female. Like, it was the most embarrassing thing ever in my life. I never experienced anything like that in my life. She was a hater. Sis was a hater. She knew I was saying. Fast forward, nobody really believed it though. Like, maybe like a handful of people, like 3, 4, if even 5, maybe like 3, 4, if even that, believed it. His mother let a long time go by before she said something, and she was like a very blunt person, but I guess because she liked me, she was trying to like give me a chance. And I remember in one conversation me and No Good had, he told me that his mother didn't condone that. Like, his mother didn't play that, or like, you know, just like the sexualities. If she just wants you to be the traditional way, and if you're not that way, then it's the highway. So when he told me that, I didn't think it was that serious until one day she told me to come sit in her room and have a talk with her. Because, you know, me and her were kind of close. We would have talks, woman to woman. Like, she would talk to me about her man problems. I would talk to her about my man problems with her son. Like, and vice versa. And it worked out for the better. So she just came out and said it. She was like, I'm not even going to sit here and sugarcoat it. Like, niggas around here saying that you a nigga. People saying that you a nigga. That you're not really a girl. And I'm just like, I know, like, that's crazy. I don't know who came up with that idea. She's like, but you know what? I don't believe it. They just mad because my son finally got a pretty girlfriend. I'm just like, a shock of relief because I'm still living in her house after all of this has happened. Even though I left for that time being, I still came back to her house. Everything in the neighborhood was pretty much normal. Like, it was a rumor around there that I was transgender, but I cared, but he didn't really care. Like, he cared, but he loved me so much that he looked past it. Like, that's one thing I can say. No Good really did love me. But he was bipolar and schizophrenic, and he couldn't overcome that bipolar and schizophrenia, so we could never make it in a relationship. So eventually, you know, nobody's even paying the rumor mind anymore. Like, it's controversy for a couple days, but then after a while, everybody's like, this is a female. We've been around her for so long. Like, this cannot be a male. Like, and if you guys think I look feminine now, you know, when I was younger, I really looked feminine. So nothing changed. All his guy friends still smoked with me. All his guy friends still wanted to be left alone with me. And yeah, I said it. They wanted to be left alone with me. If No Good said he was going to the store, he would say, are you coming with me? They would say, no, I'm just going to stay here. And then No Good would look at me and I would get my ass up and go to the store because I'm just loyal like that. Like, period, Pooh. But it was never too much, like, anybody really putting pressure on him because nobody really believed it. I messed their heads up so bad that nobody wanted to believe it. I feel like that's really what nobody wanted to believe it. I had sat and talked in all of their faces, like, and my ex-boyfriend, he was the type to have me in everybody's face and parade me around like a trophy. Like, he just thought I was so beautiful, so he would parade me around to literally everybody in the neighborhood. Eventually, me and No Good got arrested for a stupid ass crime. Me being young and dumb and trying to be a down ass bitch, which is really just being dumb when I look back at it. I would never sit there and do time for anyone again, because if you really love somebody, you won't want them to serve time. But me and No Good got locked up for a petty crime. The paperwork for my real name came to his house, which I was staying at. The paperwork came to the house, and I had told his mother, Miss Peach is my last name, but I never told her my real first name. It would always be Tamara and then my last name. All she knew of me was Tamara and my last name. So his mother got the paperwork and it said my last name on it with a different first name, so she put two and two together, like, oh, this is the rumor that's been floating around here. And for two, like, I'm just not dumb. Like, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out what's going on. Basically, his mother found out that I was trans while me and him were locked up, and she stopped liking me, all because of that. Like, but I don't know why, because me and her used to really bond and click, and I really looked at her like a mother at one point. But you know what, if my sexuality bothers you that much, then we really, like, don't need to click at all. But that concludes the story time of when my ex-boyfriend's mother didn't know I was trans. I recently just ran into her, like, and I just kind of like, I didn't really want her to see me, but she had already seen me. So anyway, guys, like, comment, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, press that bell button for notifications, because I got some lit ass content coming like you just don't even know. Like, I love you guys and have a good night. Love you, dolls. Lulu, this is Lulu, you guys. She's so shy. This is Luna Hunnes. She is so shy. Don't mind her. This is my doggy. I love her to death. I don't go anywhere without her. I love you. Give mommy a kiss. Okay, guys. Bye from me and Lulu.